Hello and welcome. You are now looking at the website evernote.com, which is home for the productivity app Evernote. Evernote is an adaptable system that you can use to keep organized as well as collaborative with your communication. So one of the key features in Evernote is going to be note taking. Whether you do that note taking digitally or you do it in an analog format, Evernote is there to house what it is that you have written. It takes those notes and anything else that you'd like to keep and archives them. So you have a place not only where you can store, but also where you can categorize. And one of the key features in Evernote is that it is made for categorization. That means then that your content will be searchable according to the system that you set up when you put your documents in order. Evernote can be used on multiple devices. So it's actually an application that'll work on your personal computer or your Mac. It'll also work on your mobile device, and it will also work as a cloud application from your browser. Evernote provides its users unlimited storage capacity. The limitations are done by uploading. So depending on how much you pay, that's how much you can upload on a regular basis. Now, Evernote is really designed for you to get more done in less time. It's designed to increase the level of your communication, whether or not you're going to be working with someone on specific information or you want to collaborate with a customer or someone in your organization or concerning your organization or even people who are working on your team. One of the key features of Evernote in that way is that Evernote can be used to automate communication. It can also be used to automate notifications. Basically, Evernote can be used to work smarter, especially by using its automation features. And so, as a result of that, in this course, we're going to be focusing on how you can automate communication and notifications so that you'll be able to work smarter. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about the overall direction of the course. Now, Evernote is a well-known and used application for note-taking and organizing the information we come in contact with every day. It is adaptable to the way that we choose to organize the voluminous amount of information that we use. It provides us a searchable database for our information. While the course will reintroduce some of those technical features, its focus is on tracking your activity on different popular sites, applications, and web apps, and then using the power of Evernote's adaptable and searchable system for archiving this information. Therefore, some of the time will be attended to doing the basics of documenting the process, but most of the time will be spent on automation. Now, the focus of the course is to help you to use Evernote to work smarter. And that means that we'll feature website applications such as Google Drive, Zapier, and IFT, or If This Then That. Then you'll be shown the practical setup of each of these applications and how they interact with Evernote. You'll then see how you can adapt, choose, and set up your own individual system for automating and archiving your information. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to discuss pricing options. And so first, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss what's available in the free version of Evernote. Now, all free versions include unlimited total storage. So there's no limit on how much you can actually upload into Evernote. You can also share notebooks with other individuals. So everything that you have in terms of your content, you can actually give other people access to those pages, those notes, those notebooks, whether it's for using or working. You can also search your printed and handwritten text in your images. And all of your data is going to be encrypted, so it will not be insecure inside of Evernote. You can actually have a passcode lock on your mobile app. So that means then that you have even another level of security to your data. Make notes on your images. And if you are a user of Salesforce.com, you can actually integrate your personal notes inside of the files that you use inside of Salesforce. Now, you'll also know that there are limits on how much you can upload depending on what level you have. Now, the basic in this case is the free version. So you're limited to 60 megabytes of data on a monthly basis if you're going to be uploading into Evernote. And of course, those limits go up as you go up in price. The same is true for the maximum note size. So if you're talking about how big of a note can you actually place inside of Evernote at one time, you are going to want to be mindful of the level at which you are paying. Now, one of the keys is understanding how you're going to use Evernote. And as you'll notice, when we're talking about both premium and business, there are going to be some things that are going to be missing from the free version. For example, if you need to scan and digitize business cards, you'll not be able to do that in the free version. Or if it would be handy for you to turn your notes into presentations, you will not be able to do that in the free version. So these are things that you definitely want to keep in mind, and you probably want to take a look at the premium version, which is the highest version, and then determine which of those features you are not going to be using. And if you are going to be collaborating, you'll almost definitely need an Evernote business account. So now that you've seen what's available in the free version, we want to make note of those things that are only available for paid subscribers. If you're going to be syncing your data across all of your devices, then you will need a paid version. If you're going to use the free version, you can only use 2 devices. Now, just so that you'll know, the web is not considered to be a device. So if you're going to be using your browser for Evernote, you will not be charged as if that were a device. You're going to have 2 levels of security to your data. You'll also have offline access to your content on desktop and mobile. Now, again, if you're only going to be using the free version, you'll only have access to that content through the desktop. And lastly, you are going to have access to support if you have a paid version. If not, if you use the free version, you'll only have access to the Evernote community. Now, there are 3 levels of paid access, and it's a good idea for us to discuss that right now also. Now, there are 3 levels of paid access, and you're going to notice that they vary in price. Now, you'll notice that they vary in terms of how much you can upload at one time, 1 gigabyte versus 10 versus 20. And then there are certain features that are available in the premium level and the business level that are not available in the lowest level, which is the plus level. For example, if you want access to your PDFs and your Office documents by search, you'll need to get a premium level. Or if you're going to be adding notes to your PDFs when you categorize them, or if you're going to be using your notes as a presentation, you will need the premium level. And lastly, you'll need the premium level if you're going to be scanning and digitizing business cards. None of those features are going to be available in the lowest level of paid access, which is the plus level. Now, in terms of the business level, you'll notice that there is one significant aspect of this level that if you're going to be collaborating is going to be important. You're going to be able to work with others together in a single workspace. You're also going to have a single sign-on, and you will be able to administer the entire group or team from your Evernote account. So again, if you're going to be working with other people, you might want to try the business version. And in fact, in this course, we're going to start with the free trial of business, and then you can determine which of the features you won't be using, and then decide to scale down based on that use. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now in this video, we are going to set up our Evernote on our desktop or laptop. And you're going to notice at the top right-hand corner, you see a button there that says Try Evernote Business. Now, in order to try the maximum amount of features inside of Evernote, you will need to go and do the trial with Evernote Business. So let's go ahead and click that button. That's going to bring you to a page that's going to give you a button that says Start Free Trial. Now, when you start a free business account, Evernote assumes that you are going to be collaborating with another individual. So if you have another individual that you are going to be working with, perhaps you have an outsourcer or a teammate, you will also want to have their information handy at this point. So once you have all the information in order to initiate your account, you're then going to click Continue. Now when you start the trial, Evernote will actually give you access to free personal Evernote Premium for your team, but after the trial, you'll be billed $10 per user per month. The minimum number of users to get started with is going to be 2. Now you can do the same thing at $12 a month, and you can start by being billed monthly. If you determine that Evernote Business is not what you need, you can cancel before the trial is up. So once you have at least 2 users and you've determined that you're going to be billed either monthly or annually, you can then place your card information inside of Evernote, and then you can continue the process. You should then have an email from Evernote stating that your business account is now created. Once your account is set up, you can then download the application onto your hard drive and then click the Install button. You'll get the opportunity to save the file on your hard drive, and then you can start the installation process. Once the application is installed, you can go to the link that says you already have an account. You can then write in your email, and then you'll click Continue, and then you'll write in your password. Your Evernote is then set up on your desktop. Evernote then suggests that you create a note, and this is just for the sake of being able to confirm that your accounts will be synced. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a quick note. We're now going to go and click New Note. We're going to give this note a title. So now that our note is complete, we'll go back to our dashboard. And what we're going to do is we're going to click the Sync button. When we click that Sync button, that means that we should find that our document, the one we just created, should also be on the web app when we go and look at it. And so we come back to evernote.com, we sign in with our email, and when we sign into our web app for the first time, we'll get a welcome message. We're going to just click Get Started. And what you're going to notice right away is that our note that we created on the desktop is now actually also on our web app. And once we've done that, we're now ready to start using Evernote. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. We are now going to go through the installation process on our mobile device. And in order to do that, we are going to then look for the application inside of whichever platform we are using, whether it is an iPhone or Android or some other platform. We're going to look for the app, and if we search, typically we'll be able to find it on our device or in our app store. So we'll look for it in our app store, and in this particular case, what we will do is we will download the app. Once we have it downloaded, we will then open the app. Then we will use our login username and password. Once we have it entered, we will then click Continue. And you should see that the note that we created in the initial setup is now inside of our mobile device. Now to secure our data, what we are going to do is we're going to go to our account. When we do that, we're going to click Settings, and then we're going to go to our passcode lock. We're then going to turn on our passcode, and then we're going to enter a passcode that we are going to remember. Evernote will then ask us to re-enter the password, and now our extra layer of security is now in place. If you are a user of Apple technology, you can actually enable your account with Touch ID also. Once you've done that, you can exit by clicking the Settings link. And you can exit again by clicking the arrow at the top. Our mobile device is now enabled along with our desktop as well as our web app. If we have to sync our account, we will click the account link. We will then scroll to the bottom and then we will click Sync Now. Then our account will be synced. To sign out of the mobile app, all you'll need to do is to click the sign out link. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.